Hello, everybody. I just got to thinking about something. I should make something very clear. I believe in God. I believe in the all powerful, all creating God. What I don't believe in is a lot of the crap that's in the Bible because even as a child, it didn't make sense to me. So I've been on a spiritual journey for a long time. Um, I listen to a lot of things that there's a lot of people right now trying really hard to defend the Bible and saying that it's 100% truth, 100% factual. The earth is 6,000 years old, and we can prove it by going to the Bible and adding up the ages of all these people that are in the Bible. That is complete garbage. Do I believe in Jesus? And there was a guy, yeah, there's evidence of this guy named Yahweh that absolutely, or Yeshua. There was no J's back then, and there was no J's in the Hebrew. It was more of a yeh than a j. Just saying. I mean, that's neither here nor there. But if you read other texts and you start doing some research, you'll find that, yeah, he was around. He was born. There's evidence of it. He was born by a divine intervention, you could say. Um, there's a lot of evidence for it, and he is the son of a god, not the god, but a god. And you'll have to hear me out in all my videos, and I'll explain all of that. But some of the garbage that I'm like, okay, there's evidence that there was a great flood, and it was a long time ago, not 6,000 years ago, not 4,000 years ago. They know that there was a Younger Dryas period that happened about 12,000 years ago. And in the last 6,000 years, we are just recovering from that. We keep we keep getting reset. Humanity keeps getting reset through these catastrophes that happen on this planet. And the last one was not the Great Flood. There was an event, and there's a lot of evidence to show that it was because the sun had a big hiccup and threw this gigantic solar flare at us and basically penetrated. And there's so much evidence for this, and I can explain that later too. But cave drawings and vitrification of rock all over this world, and uh, digging into the earth, geology, lots of things that show evidence of this. Now, first I was I thought maybe it was something else, but I'm kind of going along with some people who are experts in this stuff and what they're saying. I'm like, okay, that makes total sense. Now, we are just recovering from that, and that wasn't even as devastating as the Great Flood. But here's the thing, there's archaeological digs going on all over the place, and Turkey is getting tore up. And I'm not talking about Göbekli Tepe or the new one that they found. They are doing stuff in eastern Turkey too, near Mount Ararat. And there's a ton of evidence to prove that the flood story is real. However, the timeline does not make sense. Yeah, it wasn't 6,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago. There's a bunch of Bible thumpers out there saying, the earth was created, and then 6 days later he created Adam and then Eve, and then we can figure it all out by all these people's ages and the genealogy, and it proves that the earth is only 6,000 years old. You guys are frickin' nuts if you believe that. This is a problem with some of these Bible thumpers. try to convince you that the Bible is 100% literally true. It is not. There's a lot of what's the word? Um, there's a lot of symbolism. And another fact is, before the Bible, there is a lot of texts by ancient civilizations that predate the Bible by thousands of years. And archaeology and science is proving that these theories are way more accurate than Genesis in the Bible. I'm not saying Bible doesn't have truth in it. I'm saying there's a lot of inaccuracies and there's a lot of inconsistencies. There's a lot of things that are, they're just not lining up. But this is the other thing is, like I said in other videos, and I don't know if I've got them all on there, but a lot of the stories were oratory. A lot of people traveled around, a lot of people went to different countries, and some of their stories are from other people's stories, whose stories is from other people's stories. You know how that works. As the story keeps getting told over and over, we've done this little experiment when I was in middle school, I think. One person whispered a story into another person's ear, and then you went around the table, and by the time you got back and that person told the story, it was nothing close to what the original story was that the teacher whispered in the ear. Facts. I just want people to know that I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in the all-powerful creating God. Things have happened to me that I know this is true. Other things that I would tell you, you might think I'm nuts, but I think it's his way of telling me I'm on the right path, I'm on the right track, and I'm on my way to enlightenment. And that's what Jesus wants us to do, is enlighten ourselves. And he wants us to take his path. That's hard to do, especially for somebody who's broken as me, but I'm getting there. And it can be mind-boggling, it can be depressing, it can be heart-wrenching, it can be a very, very lonely path, because other people don't understand it. They don't want to understand it. They just want to stay in their mindset. They want other people to tell them what to do, because it's an easy life. It's easy to say, just go to work, pay your taxes, have a family, and just keep doing what we tell you to do. That's just not who I am. I'm a deep thinker. I like to solve problems. I'm a problem solver. I always have been. It's like, okay, this Bible story, this Genesis story of the flood, I'm working it all out, and I think I got it pretty much figured out from archaeological digs, scientific discoveries, and stuff like that. But I was watching somebody on a video today talking about how they think the mammoths disappeared during the Ice Age, and okay, some of it sounds logical, right? But no, some of it is way out there. And it's these Bible people that are like, look, this is what happened, not what they're telling you. They can't be right. And although I will agree that scientists are paid for, most of them, they have a job to do, and their boss is going to tell them what the science is going to be. I do understand that. But there are scientists that are out there who are actually doing their job. They're experts and they're figuring things out. Just like Robert Schoch went to the pyramids. He looked at the Sphinx and he said, "There's no way this is 6,000 years old." The Younger Dryas period, before that, I mean, there's no rain hardly at all in Egypt. And it's been buried for a long time by sand. So where did all this water damage come from? And it had to have been years and years and years and years of rain. So there's proof that that area was basically evacuated. That whole, like Iraq, everywhere over there, for over 300 years, that place was gone. There was no rain, nothing happened. And yeah, the evidence is just, it's stacking up against the biblical version of Genesis. And like I said, Genesis is just a hand-me-down story, and every single civilization has this story about the flood, the Genesis, the creation of man. And it's looking like the Bible's starting to lose their argument with all the evidence on the table. Sorry. And this is where I'm going with a lot of this stuff. So hang on. I don't know why these videos are only letting me do shorter and shorter amounts of time. Maybe my phone's getting full. I don't know. But I just wanted everybody to know I believe in God 100% without a question. Bible's version's a little bit, but I can get into that later and explain it all in detail. So, until next time, good day.